I don't know. So today we're playing Black Ops 3. I know we got a new camo. I know we got a couple of them. I did play a little bit of Zombie Chronicles the other day. I didn't enjoy that quite much. It was very, very fun. But here's that new camo that we got. The Dragonfire, I believe is what it's called. I don't know how much I like it. I mean, it's cool, but it looks like every other camo that we've had in a game that has dragon. Like, we had the Dragon Scale one, we had the Underworld one, which was kind of cool, but at the same time didn't really look all that great. You know, I can see where it holds its differences, but I think the main difference on this one is it kind of covers the whole gun on the VMP, as opposed to just that little bit. Like you can see with the Amethyst and the Emerald, it only holds that little part, whereas this one takes up the full part of the gun. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I wouldn't say it's super cool, because there's one that's better, and it's the Dark Void one, which looks crazy in itself, and I wish I could get it, but you have to shell out your money to get it, and I'm not about that life. I'm not about to spend money on that. But I do understand why people have come back to this game too. They're adding just so much to it, and two, and three, it's not full of campers, and it's not full of people sweating their balls off. You know, oh, I'm not gonna have trouble finding a game. What's it look like on this one? Ooh, okay. The fact that it covers up the whole gun on that one's pretty sweet. And maybe that's what makes the camo so great. I mean, this new camo is pretty straight fire. Maybe that's what makes it so great, is that it actually covers up the entirety of the gun. I could dig it if I could get a match. I don't know. We're not playing this. I'm not fucking sitting here waiting for this game to load. So I guess we'll just go play MWR. I mean, fuck it. So, like, at least in this game, like, the camos in here are pretty legit, too. Like, I don't know what it is, but the camos in this game, Raven did a beautiful job on. So, like, you've got all these different camos that you can have. I cannot lie. They look really nice. It just seems like some developers do better on the camos than others. As for Treyarch, I don't really like their camos. I think their camos are like kind of babyish, to be honest. Like, it's just shit that I've seen before, and that doesn't impress me very much. So there's one thing that this game lacks that Black Ops 3 does really well at. What this game lacks is making the guns that you get, like the Boss 14 and the FANG 45. The FANG 45 and then the Boss 14 were both like really overpowered when they first came into the game, but they always had trouble with the add-on or the DLC in this game. But as Black Ops 3 came along, Black Ops 3 did it really well, whereas they made sure that the guns that you were using that were DLC weapons, like you have more DLC weapons than you do default weapons that came with the game. But you gotta keep in mind that like 50% of those, 60% of those are like melee weapons, not just like actual DLC weapons. So, you know, you kind of got to keep that into consideration. Infinite Warfare does a good job at doing that too. Some of the guns that they brought back, but they make them really overpowered, just like Raven. Seems like both Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered both had that problem where they would not balance out the weapons that they added into the game. Like, that's one thing I think people need to keep into consideration if they decide to put more DLC weapons, especially in World War II. If they decide to put DLC weapons inside of the game, which there's no doubt that they will. If they don't, I will be very surprised that they did not, because it's just kind of a given thing that happens in Call of Duty now, that you literally add on DLC no matter who you are, what game developer you are. You will put DLC in your game. I think it was a good idea, and that Black Ops 3 did it right. Like, they did it the right way. Dang, I'm actually doing really well for this game, especially even since I've been talking the majority of the time. No way. What the fuck? How did I miss him? Oh my god! What is going on with me? I can't believe I'm actually doing this. But like, it would be nice to see a new game developer come in rather than Sledgehammer Treyarch. I would like to see Raven come in and do like a 4-year cycle, because I think that would be pretty sweet to see them come in and make their own game. Because if they did this well with MWR, just imagine what they could do if they were creating something like on their own. Like, they were actually creating a Call of Duty game that they wanted to make. You know, I hope World War II is done right, honestly. I hope there's not, you know, I know there's going to be supply drops and things like that, because that's just another way for them to make money, and that's a smart business decision. If you think about it from a business aspect, that's a very smart business decision to be making. However, does it piss off the rest of the community? Kind of. I mean, if they would have kept it strictly cosmetic in this game, a lot of people wouldn't have been as mad and just kept with the fun game modes that they kept adding, like Slasher and Prop Hunt and things like that. But if they would have just left it alone, like not added any DLC, I think the game would have gotten stale after a while. Like, I think that's why they're doing this whole DLC stuff stuff is to keep the game from actually getting stale. When you release DLC weapons that are more powerful than the gun's actual weapons, then you have kind of a problem. Like, nobody really uses a lot other than the M16 and the AK-74U, the M40 and the Barrett and the R700 in this game until you introduce the XMLAR and the Boss 14. So once you introduce those, then people really don't want to use anything other than those because one, they're new DLC weapons, and two, they're really fucking overpowered. It can compete with the M16. So I guess there is some give and take here, but I guess the most important message to take from this is to not fuck over another Call of Duty game. Like, I don't want to see another Call of Duty game be ruined by supply drops. I don't want to see another bad Call of Duty game, because if they make another Infinite Warfare, I might have an aneurysm. We wait a year for a game, and you've had ample amount of time to work on it. You had 3 years to work on it. You have 3 years to work on a game, and you put together a unfinished game. Like, that's not good at all. That's why the community took in such a backlash to that game, because guess what? It wasn't a game that people like wanted. Now, can I see them bringing back another Call of Duty to remaster it? I don't know. That'd be a little too much in my opinion to bring back another Call of Duty and remaster it. I mean, if there was one, I would say MW2, but MW2 is still relevant. You make it backwards compatible, you're talking a different story. Like, do I think that remastering another Call of Duty is a good idea? I don't know, man. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video. Let me know your thoughts below, like, about the whole, you know, maybe should we have a 4-year cycle for Call of Duty so they have more time to make one? You know, how do you like the DLC content? Because, you know, I can't really complain about it, but at the same time, I'm not exactly the happiest about it. So let me know down in the comments section below. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to smash the like button. It helps me out a ton. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, your life be infinite. I'll talk to you guys later.